Police Chief Darcy Fleury and the chair of the Police Services Board spoke publicly for the first time today, following the latest call for the Thunder Bay Police Service to be disbanded. That came yesterday in Toronto when the families of Jenna Ostberg, Mackenzie Muniz, and Corey Boleski alleged that systemic racism tainted the police response into their deaths. Nev Van Pelt joins us in studio. Nev, what was the response to those allegations?
Ryan, Chief Fleury and Board Chair Karen Machado spoke about the importance of building trust within the community and holding both the police service and board accountable. They say over the past year, they've worked hard at being transparent and having communication with everyone in this community.
The happiest day for me was when my son was born. And the saddest day was when he was taken from us.
During Monday's media conference at Queen's Park, the families of 3 Indigenous people who died in Thunder Bay questioned how those cases were handled by city police. They accused investigators of racial bias following the deaths of Jenna Ostberg, Corey Boleski, and Mackenzie Muniz. Police Chief Darcy Fleury is now responding to that criticism.
I have met with 2 of the families and condolences, of course, to their losses. We continue to, to share their pain and suffering and understand that this is very difficult times. They want conclusion, they want answers, and at the appropriate time again, when it's good for us to be able to say that, I will meet with them again and we'll have those conversations.
The families and others at the news conference called for the disbandment of the Thunder Bay Police Service. The lawyer for the families, Julian Falconer, said people would have to be blind in order to trust the police force. And NAN Grand Chief Alvin Fiddler referred to the service as a cold case factory.
It was a bit of dramatization yesterday as far as I could see, and the reality of it is any organization across the country has cold case files. It's just a matter of investigations as they go along. You take the leads that you have, you take the tips that you have, you take the information that you have, and you investigate that. At certain points, sometimes those kind of dry up and they go cold for a bit. And then as information comes in, you continue to work those.
Fleury made the comments following Tuesday's police board meeting, where the calls for disbandment were not brought up. Board Chair Karen Machado says the board will not voluntarily disband and believes over the past year since she was appointed, they have been moving in the right direction.
I've said from the very beginning, this is going to take time. The work we have to do and the building back of trust. It doesn't just happen, it's also actions. So policy, we can develop them all, but we need to be accountable. The members need to be accountable of the board and the service. We need to develop, and we are developing systems to just not only develop those policies, but to monitor them, audit them, and action them.
Fleury is coming up on the 1-year anniversary since he took over as police chief, and he says they're continuing to do everything they can to earn the community's trust.
I think I've seen some really good quality work being done in our office at every level, and the response times and responses that our officers are given is top notch. And I think we just need to really communicate that and let everybody understand that we're doing the best we can to ensure that everybody's being protected and getting the services that they need.
Fleury adds they have set up an Indigenous Advisory Committee along with other committees to further what they need to do. Nev Van Pelt, TBT News.